Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session. I'm truly excited to have you here with me. Today, we are diving into a topic that many of us wish we could conquer: learning English on the go. If you've ever found yourself wishing you had more time to study English, or if you feel like your busy schedule doesn't leave you room for language learning, then you're in the right place. I can promise you that after listening to this session, you'll see that there are plenty of ways to improve your English while on the move, no matter how packed your day is. I'm someone who's passionate about making language learning not only easier, but also more accessible for everyone. Over the years, I've worked with countless students, and I've seen firsthand how small changes in habits can lead to remarkable progress. That's why I created this session, to help you learn and improve your English anytime, anywhere, without the stress or pressure. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what we're going to explore in today's session. We're going to break down the concept of learning English on the go and how you can integrate small, simple English learning habits into your daily life, whether you're commuting, waiting in line, or taking a short break from work. It's all about being strategic with your time and using those little pockets of time to absorb new words, phrases, and grammar without even realizing it. But before we dive into the strategies and habits, I want to share a bit of a secret with you. Language learning doesn't need to be a big, overwhelming task. In fact, small, consistent efforts will get you much further than cramming for hours at a time. The truth is that if you can dedicate just a few minutes here and there throughout your day, you'll notice a huge improvement. It's all about making learning a natural part of your daily routine. So, let's start. How exactly can we learn English on the go? Well, the answer is simpler than you might think. Here's how we're going to break it down: the power of micro-learning. Microlearning is the practice of consuming small chunks of information over short periods. It's perfect for anyone with a busy lifestyle because it doesn't require long hours of study. Instead, it focuses on learning small, bite-sized lessons that are easy to digest. Studies have shown that microlearning improves retention and helps learners stay engaged without feeling overwhelmed. Let's consider this. Imagine you're on a 20-minute bus ride to work. Instead of scrolling through social media or checking your emails, you could use that time to practice your English. You could listen to a short podcast session, watch a quick video, or even read a short article. Let's dive deeper into how this works. Concrete. Example. Let's say you take a bus every morning. It's about 20 minutes from your house to work. Instead of using that time to get lost in your phone, use it to listen to a short English session. You could start with a beginner-level session that teaches useful phrases for everyday conversations. For example, you might listen to a lesson about ordering food at a restaurant in English. The key here is to keep it simple and relevant. Over time, you'll begin to recognize certain phrases, and your brain will start to internalize these phrases, even without you actively memorizing them. This kind of listening practice is called passive learning. You're not focusing on every single word, but your brain is still picking up patterns and vocabulary. Let's say after a month of listening to these short sessions during your commute, you notice you can now order food in English much more confidently. The phrases you listen to every day are now stuck in your memory. This is the magic of microlearning. You didn't need hours of studying, just small, consistent bursts of learning. Habit 1. Use sessions to boost your English skills. Sessions are an amazing tool for learning English on the go, and they're so easy to fit into your day. while you're walking to work, waiting for your coffee, or even during your lunch break, you can listen to a podcast session that focuses on a specific area of English. One of the biggest benefits of sessions is that they expose you to different accents and speaking styles. You'll be able to hear English spoken in a variety of ways, which will improve your comprehension skills. Concrete. Example: if you're listening to a session about business English, you might hear phrases like, "Let's touch base," or "I'll follow up on that." These are common business expressions that you might not come across in textbooks. By listening to them regularly, you'll feel more comfortable using them in your own work-related conversations. In fact, studies show that students who regularly listen to sessions have a higher chance of retaining vocabulary and improving pronunciation. So, the more you listen, the more your brain becomes familiar with the sounds and rhythm of English. Habit 2. Leverage audiobooks for quick learning. Another great option for learning English on the go is audiobooks. Audiobooks are a fantastic way to get immersed in a story while learning new vocabulary. Many audiobooks come with slow and clear narration, which is perfect for language learners. Concrete. Example: let's say you're listening to an audiobook on your daily walk or during your commute. You could choose an audiobook that's within your level, nothing too difficult but just a little challenging. As you listen, pay attention to how the narrator uses different sentence structures, phrases, and vocabulary. For instance, in a novel, you might hear the word insightful, and you might wonder what it means. Later, you can look up the word and understand that it means having or showing an accurate and deep understanding. Not only does this help you expand your vocabulary, but it also strengthens your understanding of how English is used in real-life situations. The more you expose yourself to English, the easier it will become to speak and understand. Habit 3. Practice speaking even while alone. One of the biggest obstacles learners face is speaking. They often feel self-conscious or embarrassed about making mistakes. But what if I told you that practicing speaking on your own can be just as effective as speaking with others? The key is self-talk. Speak to yourself in English whenever you can, even if it's just for a few minutes. For example, imagine you're preparing for a job interview in English. You could practice by speaking out loud and pretending you're answering questions. It might feel strange at first, but over time, you'll get better at expressing your thoughts in English. Concrete. Example: let's say you're walking around the neighborhood and you see a new store opening. Instead of just thinking about it, try saying to yourself in English, "Wow, there's a new store opening. I wonder what they're selling. I should check it out tomorrow." By speaking to yourself in English, you're getting used to forming sentences, improving your vocabulary, and building confidence in your speaking abilities. Habit 4. Learn vocabulary with mobile apps. We live in an age where mobile apps make learning English easier than ever. There are tons of apps available that can help you improve your vocabulary, grammar, and listening skills. Whether you're on the train or sitting in a waiting room, these apps allow you to learn in small bursts, making it easy to fit learning into your day. Concrete. Example: one popular app is Duolingo. You can use Duolingo to practice vocabulary, grammar, and even basic sentence structures. You could set aside just 10 to 15 minutes in the morning or evening to work through a few lessons. This might not seem like much, but research has shown that language learners who spend small amounts of time practicing every day tend to have higher retention rates compared to those who cram for longer sessions. Habit 5. Engage in social media conversations. Another great way to learn English on the go is through social media. Social media is not just for entertainment. It can also be a valuable resource for practicing English. Follow English-speaking accounts, engage in conversations in the comments, or even join language exchange groups. You'd be surprised how much you can learn just by interacting with others. Concrete example. Let's say you follow an Instagram account that posts daily English tips. You can comment on their posts in English, ask questions, or even try writing a response to someone else's comment. This will help you practice writing and thinking in English on the go. Habit 6. Set a goal for daily learning. Finally, one of the most important habits is setting a goal for your daily learning. It could be as simple as learning 5 new words every day, practicing a grammar point, or listening to an English session for 10 minutes. The goal doesn't need to be big, but it should be consistent. Concrete example. For instance, if you set a goal to learn 5 new words each day, by the end of the week, you'll have 35 new words in your vocabulary. That's over 100 words a month. Imagine how your English would improve with just 5 minutes of effort every day. So, there you have it. Learning English on the go is not only possible but also highly effective if you take advantage of small, consistent habits. Whether it's listening to sessions, speaking to yourself in English, or using apps to build vocabulary, every moment of your day is an opportunity to improve. The key is making learning English a natural part of your life, without adding pressure or stress. I hope today's session has inspired you to start integrating these habits into your own routine. Remember, the more you practice, the better you'll become. Keep using your time wisely, and soon enough, you'll notice significant improvements in your English. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you found these tips helpful, please subscribe, rate, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear how you're incorporating these habits into your day. Until next time, keep learning and stay confident in your English journey.